Alright guys, here's something that every homeowner should know about their windows that could save you money on your light bill and potentially add value to your home. If you're wondering what that could be, it's changing out your window sashes. So in this video, we're going to show you how we change out this Revive window sash replacement kit. The window sash is the movable part of the window, made up of the vertical and horizontal frame that surrounds the glass. I bet some of y'all are wondering now, how's this going to save me money? Well, some older sash windows are only a single pane of glass. These newer sash windows have a double pane glass that has gases in between each pane, so that it makes it harder for hot or cold air to pass through the window, which over time saves on your energy bill. Another way it could save you money is if you're wanting new windows and you don't want to have to retrim the inside or the outside of the window, you could just get a sash replacement kit and save yourself on the cost of the trim plus the labor to install it on the inside and the outside of the window. So this sash replacement kit is for a wood jamb or a wood framed window. I'm sure that they have other sash replacement kits for different types of windows. This kit comes with 2 sash tracks, the top and bottom sash, and then a little top header piece that you have to cut to fit in. And of course all the other little hardware that goes with it. These sash replacement kits are super easy to install, so I want to show you a little bit here before I get started installing it. This little metal clip that I'm about to show you right here just clips right into the back of that sash track. So you just screw those on and then you can snap your sash track right on top of these. That's what holds it in. There are 8 of these metal clips, 4 for each side. Let's get started taking out the old window sashes. The tracks are vinyl. I just pushed those in and pulled the top of the window towards me. Then I just tilted one side of the window up and it came right out. We'll repeat the same step for the top window. I just pulled it down a little bit first. Alright, for these sash tracks, I just pushed one edge towards the outside of the window and kind of peeled it out, and it came right out. There wasn't any screws or anything holding this in. And I just kind of repeated the same step for the other side there, and it just came right out. Up next, we're going to take out the little header piece at the top of the window. So it has a piece of weather stripping on the outside of it that sits against the top sash when it's pushed all the way up. These windows have already been painted on the inside, so I was trying to be super easy while taking this out and not chip the paint or anything. You don't necessarily have to take this piece out, but I didn't like how it fit against my new sash tracks. And the kit came with the new one, so I thought, why not go ahead and replace it? It's time to start installing the new sashes and the new sash tracks. So I'm going to start by installing these little metal clips that I showed you guys earlier. First, I'm just going to hold them up here and mark all my holes and then pre-drill all those. That way it doesn't split or bust the window jamb in any way. If it were to split or bust it, then you know that that screw wouldn't be holding very good. So after marking for all 8 little metal brackets, or clips if you want to call them, 4 of them for each side, then we start pre-drilling all the little holes. Just make sure whenever you pre-drill your holes that your bit's a little bit smaller than your screw. That way you're not making your hole too big for your screw. If the hole was too big, then of course the screw wouldn't hold anything. Alright, we've got our holes drilled. Let's start putting our metal clips on here. So one thing that I did I alternated each one of the screws on each side, so if I put one on the top on the right, then on the left I put one on the bottom. The main reason I did that is, I just thought it would hold it a little bit better, and they didn't send us enough screws for each hole. After we get all these clips installed, then it's time to put on the sash tracks. So before we put on the sash tracks or snap those in place, they came with these little weather stripping foam pieces that have a adhesive back on them. I just peeled them off and stuck them right up here at the top, and they just stick right in place. These are installed just in case there's a little gap at the top. We'll start by setting the top of the track in place where it goes, and then just simply sliding the bottom of the track right in. After that, we just tap it right into place on top of our clips that we installed. The bottom of these tracks have already been pre-cut to the slope of the outside of the window jamb, or the windowsill there, I should say. See y'all, they're super easy to install. So now it's time to start putting in our actual window sashes. We're going to start by putting the top one in first. You can tell it's the top window sash by the way the window locks. And you need to have the outside of the window facing up when you start installing it. It's easy to tell that because the stickers are always on the inside. The writing is upright most of the time on the stickers too, but every now and then you can get them turned upside down. So you guys see these little metal pins sticking out of the bottom of the sash? They go right on top of that little metal clip in the sash track. They just sit right on top of that. You can kind of tilt one side in at a time and set it right on top of that. While you're doing that, before you start tilting your window up, you want to try to make sure it's as level as possible. And like before, these tracks are vinyl, so your window just snaps right in. Let's repeat the process for the bottom sash. So you can see what I mean by the locking mechanism on them. See how the window locks are? That's how you can tell the top and bottom window apart. So we're going to set the little metal pins on the sash hangers, again like we did on the other window sash. And make sure our window's somewhat level, and then just lean it up and snap it right in place. Now the last thing we need to do is measure and cut for our little header piece. And after we install that, then the window's done. This little piece should just snap right in. Some of them that I did went right in, and some of them I had to tap a little bit harder to get them to fit in there. After you get this piece in, make sure that your windows slide up and down easy, and make sure that the locks work good, then you're done. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.